Anybody who lives in Israel knows Israel is a land where the unbelievable happens on a regular basis, and it happens so regularly that the unbelievable is actually quite believable. There were two men who were sitting in a hotel lobby somewhere in the north of Israel, and they were cutting a business deal. They had about $10,000 cash on the table. They're ready to close the deal. Suddenly somebody yelled out that there's a suspicious object, what's called in Hebrew a chefetz chashud. Israel is a place where anybody who lives here knows when there's an unidentified suitcase, attaché case, or bag, everybody has to be very careful that, heaven forbid, it shouldn't be a bomb. And these two men, they heard the yells, somebody yelled out, there's a suspicious object. So the entire hotel lobby was cleared. They ran outside. The police sappers came, and after 20 minutes, they gave the all clear signal. Two men walked back in, went to the table, but danger or no danger, if you leave $10,000 on the table unattended, it's not going to stay there too long. And in this case, it disappeared. So, didn't know where the money was. They were looking around high and low, couldn't find it. Nobody saw the money. That was it. They went home. About a week later, man comes into the hotel, and as he's walking through the lobby, he sees there's a giant plant right in the lobby. And underneath the plant, he sees something green sticking out. He pushes back the plant, and it turned out there was $10,000 cash was under that big pot where the plant was sitting in the right in the lobby of the hotel. So the man, being an Orthodox Jew, went to check with the halachic authority. What is the status of that money? Does he have an obligation to return it? Is he allowed to keep it? There are all sorts of laws dealing with lost and found objects. What had happened was that one of the foreign workers who was working in the hotel saw his opportunity. As soon as the alarm went off, he saw the opportunity, grabbed the money, and he hid it under that flower pot, hoping to be able to go back and eventually take the money for himself. To his misfortune, the lobby was so busy in the course of the entire week, he was never able to get to that flower pot without being observed, and therefore the money stayed there. Now, this Orthodox Jew found the money, and he went to the rabbi, and he said to the rabbi, what's the halacha? What is the law? Am I allowed to keep the money? The rabbi took out the old books, and he looked up and he went through the ins and outs of the halacha, and he determined, yes, you're allowed to keep the money. Okay, man, great, for $10,000 windfall. Man goes home, he thinks to himself, look, it's very my good fortune, but there must be a Jew out there somewhere who's upset that he lost $10,000. So the man goes back to the hotel, and he asks to see the hotel register. They give him the register. He reads through the names of the guests who have been there in the last couple of weeks, and he starts calling. Did you lose something? No. Calls another number. Did you lose something? No. Calls about 7, 8 numbers. The 9th number, he calls the guy up and says, did you lose something in the hotel lobby? Yes. What did you lose? $10,000. I got your money. He says, no way. Yes, I'm telling you, I found your money. Where do you live? I'm coming right over. So, gives him his address. The man drives over, comes up to the house, gives him the $10,000. He says, listen, found the money. I spoke to the rabbi. He said technically I'm allowed to keep it, but we both know it's yours, so I'm giving you the money. The guy looks at him, he says, one second. What did the rabbi say exactly? He said that according to the letter of the law, the money actually, I'm allowed to keep it, but we both know that it was yours, so I'm giving it back to you. The man says, there's a verse that says, Sone matonos yichya. Person should avoid taking gifts. I don't accept gifts. The money is yours. You're giving it to me not because you have to, because you want to, which is a beautiful thing and I appreciate it, but I don't accept gifts. The money is yours. The guy said, come on, gifts schmifts. The money's yours. He said, no, I'm not taking the money. They started arguing. Just then, a young lady walked into the room, and he said to who is that? He says, that's my daughter. He said, how old is he? She said, she's 20. He says, well, no kidding. I have a son who's 23, and, I got an idea over here. He says, where's your son? He's down in the car. Call up the son. Son and the daughter meet. And to make a long story short, the two of them get engaged, decide to get married. They gave them the money. Now, can you imagine a person finds $10,000, and it's halachically he's entitled to keep it. There's only one reason why he would be thinking about, how many people under those circumstances would be thinking about anything other than where they're going to spend that money and what vacation they're going to take. Yet this man, because of the sensitivity towards others, he realized, yes, if I'm happy, there's an equal and opposite over here, which means somebody is unhappy. And I am not going to be able to take this money if I know that this is going to cause pain to another Jew. The other Jew, from his end, he just simply wanted to abide by a personal principle and policy that he doesn't accept gifts. I don't accept handouts. And once it becomes halachically yours, so then I don't want to accept it. And therefore they gave it to the young couple, and everybody lived happily ever after.